This IDE initiative is just exciting. Working with my colleagues, every time I run into them, we're doing something a little bit more fascinating that I never knew could be done. So the work that we've done on digital transformation is wonderful, and now we're looking at what does it mean when you're transformed? I mean, these companies are flatter than they ever were before. They're more responsive than they were before. That's kind of fun. But then I go down the hall and I talk to my colleague Sinan Erol. He's solving societal problems like HIV awareness at the macro scale. He doesn't do an experiment unless he's got 500,000 people involved in a social network. And he does these all the time. It's really very cool. And then another one, Sandy Pentland, just thinks so big. He's going to solve privacy problems in the world. But also he'll just get all the telecom data from a country and use that to figure out how to fix traffic patterns in the country, or how to look at how disease might spread around that country. And there's nothing that stops Sandy. He just keeps on going. The really interesting work we're doing now is a major societal challenge that we have to solve, which is, what is technology doing to jobs? So it's a scary story. The question is, are robots eating our jobs? Yes, they are. But there will be jobs. There will be a way to improve things. So we're looking, for example, at what are the real skills out there in the society? How do we think about what jobs are due, and which skills, cognitive, interpersonal, initiative, are going to be taken by computers first? And which ones do we want to augment by computers? But then we're going to go beyond that. We're going to start thinking about, how do we change the way universities train people? How do we change the way people hire people? Maybe even a jobs challenge. If you think about the way DARPA works with their challenges, maybe we'll have a jobs challenge. We'll go out there. So what's really cool is this initiative, we're thinking bigger. We're solving these big challenges. We're looking for people to help us in making that happen. One of the things to think about in thinking about what the future might look like is look at what the immediate past looks like. So most of us can remember a time when we didn't have a cell phone. In fact, you look at 10-year-old films, and those cell phones are so huge, why would anybody carry them, right? Many of us that are my age or older can remember when email didn't exist, or when it was really tricky to do. And now think about things, right? We have ubiquitous communication that's basically free. So if I don't talk to 3 or 4 countries during the week, I figure I just haven't done my job hard enough this week. Right? The idea that you used to have people together in a room, and now we've got global teams collaborating, that's just normal practice now. These are things that were impossible 15 years ago, and they're happening. The idea that Facebook would have gone from being nothing to larger than China in almost 10 years is crazy. Now, what can we do with Facebook and these social platforms? So I think as we talk about what's happening in society, we just have to think about what's happening in our lives. Technology tends to change faster than companies. But at the moment, our lives are changing faster than our companies are too. So if we think about how we're operating, our companies are going to follow pretty quickly.